Hello. Prior to being introduced to the patches, I had had COVID 3 times. I'm a nurse in the medical profession. Between the COVID and the vaccines, my body literally started attacking me. And that's what it felt like to me. I was diagnosed with congestive heart failure, and I got diagnosed with cancer just after turning 60 in April. I was in and out of the hospital multiple times. They just couldn't get a grip on getting me aligned up. So fast forward to after having breast cancer surgery and doing radiation. About a month into the radiation, I was introduced to the stem cell patches by Wanda Snyder through Sarah Davis. And I wasn't interested in hearing what she had to say because I was on so many medications and going through so much. When she said the word non-transdermal, that's when she caught my attention, phototherapy, because I know how that works. So I gave it a try. Changed my life. So the complications that I had going on were fatigue, extreme fatigue. I couldn't even drive myself towards the end of radiation, shortness of breath at rest, heart arrhythmias, chest pain, inflammation, bursitis in my right hip for the past 8 years, pain in my left shoulder for 22 years. I have plantar fasciitis. Every day was painful for me because I would work 12, 14-hour shifts. I do work 12 and 14-hour shifts. So it was constant pain. I had tennis elbow, pain in my knees, sciatica, chronic migraines. I've had chronic migraines since high school. So fast forward status post patches. First of all, let me say that when I was on radiation, I could only use the patches on Saturdays and Sundays. So I couldn't do anything to interfere with what radiation was doing to my body. On Saturdays and Sundays, it was a saving grace to me. I would be so exhausted, fatigue, just in pain. On Saturday, I would put that patch on. I looked forward. I lived for Saturdays and Sundays. Hated for Monday to roll around when I couldn't use my patches again. I did that for about 2 months. And then in December, I was able to start using the patches full time. So December and January, we're just finishing January. I'm able to work 10 days without a day off. I have no more fatigue. I'm just full of life and vitality. I'm very energetic, happy. I have life and light and hope again, thanks to David Schmidt and the patches and to God. No pain. And now I am on suppression hormone therapy for the cancer. And so those medications cause joint and bone pain and hair loss. And my doctors just can't believe how I'm sailing through and tolerating those medications. And I tell them it's because of my patches. And I'm getting ready to go back to the doctor on the 9th. It's been life-saving for me, life-saving. And I'm telling everybody, it's just, to me, it's a blessing and a gift from God.
Before you were doing the patches, or maybe when you were going through radiation and chemo, you were having a hard time even walking to your mailbox.
Absolutely. Fatigue, just fatigue. I just had no strength or energy. I was on a lot of FMLA this past year. Like I said, I felt like between the COVID and the vaccines that my body was attacking itself. And I literally sat under a tree in my backyard and told a dear friend that I thought I was going to die.
And now you're working, did you say 14 hours a day? 12 to 14?
Mm-hmm. Yes. And overtime. The transition was almost immediate from starting the patches full time to where having the energy again. I can't say enough good and give enough thanks.
Even from the bursitis that you had 8 years, pain in your shoulder that you had 22 years, you said.
Yes.
Yeah,
since high school on the migraines. And my right hip used to wake me up in the middle of the night with burning, intense pain, and nothing. I couldn't get anything for it. Nothing would help it. I haven't had that since I've been on this. And the left shoulder was from an injury from a horse. And I would re-injure it with the course of my job from positioning patients and they'll pull and tug on you. We pull and tug on them. Yeah, I would re-injure it quite frequently, and I would always favor this shoulder and do my positioning of a patient from this side so that I was using the right side as my strong shoulder. I don't have to baby it or pamper it anymore, and I've had no pain in it, no more no more injections. Yeah, just it's amazing. I feel so good, and I'm so grateful.